On either truck?
On either truck.
Oh boy. Okay, let's get creative.
Yep. Hopefully it's as good as the last, most recent one that we got. It was a major upgrade. We went from our solo truck having no bed space to having a ton of bed space, so we can fit all our stuff in here.
All right, see you in 45 minutes.
All right, see ya.
Just made it to Gainesville. This is who does all of our equipment builds, North Georgia Airless. They've done all of our builds for a couple years now. Super great guys here, so we'll wait for Hayden to get here and get this new skid loaded up on the truck. Imagine that thing, Hayden, came crashing down. Woo. She dropped pretty good. She dropped a lot, but it's not horrible. So the reason that we're doing this is because we had basically two-man trucks, which is our 2500. But only one two-man skid. So we're finally getting to the point where we're gonna have two-man skids in our two-man trucks and 2 solo skids in our 2 solo trucks. So it'll work better. All right, I'm headed out now. We are super thrilled with everything that they did. They always do great work, like I said. And we're just pumped to have a higher capacity year over year. We should be able to do 6,000, 6,500 a day in revenue once we get cranking here. Because now, like I said, we're gonna have those two-mans and 2 solos. So we've got a larger capacity than we've ever had. So now it's about the rest of the problems. I always thought that trailers were great, and I still think that they are, until we had a technician jackknife a truck and trailer last year on a job site and caused a $8,000 damage on one of our trucks. So now we're making the transition to go all skids for the trucks.
This is one of our truck skids. This is a solo skid, so it's for one person to wash on. And you can see it's pretty cramped in here. We tried to use the space as best we could, but these shelves are filled up on both sides. The bed's filled up. There's a surface cleaner rack up here for the surface cleaner. The ladders go up here. There's not much room. So whenever we had stuff like a window cleaning system or like pump sprayer or something, they were just kind of stacking it wherever it fit. And as you can imagine, this is an exhaust pipe. It's like 300 degrees. That pump back there gets hot. There's a belt over there that gets hot. There's all these kind of things that can melt plastic, and they're just sticking it in wherever it fits.
It's funny right here because we actually got this rack installed on this skid literally yesterday. So before that,
yeah,
the surface cleaner was just getting thrown in here. And I'll take one more step back, even starting with the skid itself. If I close this bed, you're gonna see how that's blue, but the rest of the truck is wrapped. So the reason that we even went to the skid in the first place was because I think last year when we still had trailers, we had a crew that was backing down a driveway. The trailer got turned behind them and they jackknifed the truck and the trailer. So the whole bumper was basically torn off. We had to get a new tailgate. This is all replaced over here. So that's why we went away from the trailers in the first place. Went to the skid, and now it's kind of like a, making the skids better and better. So then the conversation was like, hey, how do we have a two-man skid? Like, how do we fit enough equipment for 2 people to wash on one platform? So I'll let Hayden describe in 2 seconds, but really we've got one other 2-man skid, and we'll show that in a video. But really the big change is that these machines are on the deck, so there's no room to put anything. And you can see here, the guys can put, their safety gear. They've got their own tool bags. So any kind of miscellaneous items, there's actually a space for it now. And like what Hayden was just saying, we'd kind of just throw them on top of the pressure washers before, and they'd get all, messed up. But
yeah,
I'm sure he can talk about some other changes that we've done to this.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, all the reels are on the same side. So when they pull up at the site, everything pulls out on the same side. On the other side, the machines are super accessible. Like the controls are right in their face. They don't have to climb up into the bed to turn the machine off or turn it on. Same thing with the pump. Like when we're doing a roof wash, it's right here facing them instead of up under the shelf where they have to reach in and mess with it. So just a lot of good changes. We got a pump sprayer holder, so it actually has a place and it's not just being tossed in.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just like little things where it's like we want everything to have a place. So like Hayden just mentioned the pump sprayer holder. We got the back of this shelf has like a metal grate. So like the window cleaning system is now supposed to be put on that. So that has a place. So there's pros and cons to using skids and trailers. Really with trailers, the biggest pro is that if your truck breaks down, you can just go rent a truck or borrow a truck and still pull your power washing trailer and still get work done with it. In a situation like this, if you only have one truck and one skid, if your truck goes down, yeah, the same kind of applies that you can rent a truck, but most people are gonna be a lot more hesitant with you putting that amount of weight in the truck. Most of them don't come equipped with airbags and things like that. So I'd say that's the biggest pro to the trailer. As far as the skids go, I'd say the biggest thing is not having technicians driving a truck and trailer. There's just a lot more that can go wrong. For example, a driveway like this, we were really easily able to pull this truck right in this driveway, but backing a trailer down this takes a little bit of experience. So I'd say that's the biggest pro. But these skids are also nice because you can take them out with like a forklift. So during the Christmas light season, we'll have all the skids removed from the trucks. So then we just have bare trucks again and can use them for Christmas lights. So it still works great.
Ready.
So since you think that I have soft hands and I'm not the one that's working on the crew,
Okay.
would you tell them maybe some of the differences in using like the new layout skid versus kind of the old one?
Yeah, so the old one, it's a lot smaller, first of all, and it's a lot more cramped for sure. We bring a lot of gear out to every job, and having enough space to hold that gear and be able to work around it is it makes the experience pressure washing 10 times better.
Because I saw that y'all were able to put like your tool bags back there and all that stuff.
Yeah, the tool bags back there really helps with, especially with setting up, because when we hop out the truck, we pop down the tailgate, we have all of our stuff ready on the tailgate.
My favorite one for sure is the new Solo skid.
Yes.
There's just like gobs of room in that thing.
That one is bougie.
Oh my gosh, it's
bougie.
So much room. I would love to have just like unlimited of those things. So Nick's going to college in August.
Yes.
And he's actually thinking about doing his own power washing gig kind of while he's in school, because it'd be almost impossible to work here full time while you're in school. So you want to maybe tell them the thought behind that, maybe like how that's going to go. I think that they'll love to hear that.
I never thought about it before working here, but once you learn the intricacies of all the machines, it's kind of like your second body almost. You know how to work it and how to use the equipment. So doing it during school would be really good because I can work on my own schedule, work on my own time, and I can make money to get myself through college.
Dude, just like while you're in school, like the job here and there on like the evening or like the weekends, it'll really make you hopefully not go broke. So
yes,
that's what
that's the plan.
All right,
not
dude,
go broke.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm realizing now as I'm standing here, we power washed that house last week. So, and then I saw the yard sign up at the yard, because originally when I was pulling up, I thought that we were at that house. So that's probably why we're washing this house. So remember, guys, put your yard signs out, put your door hangers on the 5 houses around you, because this just made us $2,800.
How you doing?
It's so funny. I was literally just standing at the top of that driveway, and I looked to my left and I go, that's Jerry's house.
Yeah.
And then I looked that way and I saw our yard sign right there. So now I'm realizing that's probably why we're standing on this house, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's so funny.
She asked me, well, she called Katie and said,
Yeah.
Katie said, hey, this is second door on us. We love them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. More roof cleaning in 2026. That's our goal. It's our highest ticket service. On this 2,000 square foot house, the roof wash is $1,000. And Nick's going up there right now. He's going to be able to spray the entire roof in probably 30 to 40 minutes. So it's by far our highest revenue per hour service, our most profitable service for sure. I mean, we're probably going to use 30 gallons of chemical on that. At $3 a gallon, we might spend 90 bucks in chemical. So yeah, I would say more roof washing is a huge goal of ours in 2026. It's one of those services where it's not as well known as pressure washing a driveway or pressure washing a patio. So I think to get more of these, we have to do a really good job of, posting ads, posting before and after pictures, making sure that we are educating our clients about it, because it also does lots of benefits for the roof as well. So when that roof has a ton of mold and algae on it, it's trapping the moisture inside of the shingles and reducing the lifespan of that roof. So cleaning a roof is not only good visually, because it's going to turn all those black streaks to make it look brand new again, but it also makes the roof last longer. And something that we always tell customers is like, hey, a roof replacement could cost up to 25 times as much as the cost of a roof wash. So it's really in both parties' best interest. So Nick's up there right now spraying the roof. We got to do a better job with our morning checklist. He doesn't have his harness, his rope, or his cougar paws. Thankfully, we're on quite a simple roof today, so we got kind of bailed out.
So this process is called soft washing. And mainly this is used for roof cleanings. And for roof cleanings, you spray a mixture of bleach. It's 50% water and 50% sodium hypochlorite, or better known bleach. You want to give the roof a nice even coat to make sure that all that black mold goes away. This is a bleach, so you want to be careful about the overspray. So that's why I have Hayden down there. He is kind of rinsing off all the siding of the house, all of the grass and the plants, and he's making sure that everything stays rinsed off so that way nothing gets bleached out. It's important not to walk on parts of the roof that have already been soaked, because it makes it a lot more slippy and more dangerous. But I'm going a little heavier on this side because there's a lot more mold compared to other parts of the roof. Give it a little more bleach than usual, I guess. Oh. My glove has a giant hole in it. You can already see that area starting to brighten up. I've been doing roof washes for a little under a year, and the difference, or I guess the before and after, is always pretty impressive. It's an easy way to make a house look brand new.
What, just by siphoning bleach over? Yeah. Okay. Is there enough in the downstream tank, you think?
I hope so.
Hope so too.
Want to come back?
Basically, their roof tank ran out of bleach. Nick's doing a great job up there, but I think he was spraying it for a little longer than you might need to. Generally, just like a light coat will get it done. So this is a great learning moment for us, but we can only bring so much bleach to the job at one time. So we're gonna try and transfer chemical from tank to tank as best we can using like a manual pump, and try and move a little bit faster on the rest of the roof and try and knock this thing out and not have to go back to the shop and get more.
We don't have a siphon.
On either truck? Oh boy. Okay, let's get creative. All right,
Yeah.
can we complete this roof today? That's the question we're all asking ourselves.
I think we have enough bleach between the two trucks if the problem is getting it into the tank.
100%.
But it's already like 5:30, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could run and go get a siphon if worse comes to worse. We're learning. We are still learning every day. We have our morning checklist and just found out that the siphon is not on the checklist, or we would have it. So now I have to go back to the shop. Thank gosh we're not like an hour away. This is real life, guys. That's how it goes. Like that's like a learning lesson. Like that could be our next ops meeting. It's like Nick is great at roof washing and we always get good results, but to use an entire tank on one side of a roof, he's not doing anything wrong. It's just like you can do it with less. Kind of loosen up the hoses so you put them on, and then when you put them on, you put a hose clamp and they start to harden up again, so it makes it pretty easy.
This is gonna be an extra jank repair. I'm trying to think what the hell we can even do.
That chest hair is flowing, I love it.
They need to send me back to hair and makeup.
So, Caleb just pulled up, saved the day with the siphon pump. Tell us a little bit about your day and how you saved our day.
Today was my first solo job, which I was very happy to do. It went very well. And I got a call from Hayden as I was packing up. And he said, dude, we're looking all around for the siphon at the shop and we can't find it. I had one on my truck. I was like, you know what, before I head back to the shop, let's get that siphon over there, get these boys home.
What a man.
Get this work done.
What a man. That's what it's about. It's about helping one another. You're the guy.
Period.
Appreciate it, dude.